everyone, I'm Captain Logan, and I am excited to announce that finally the entire library of Superhero Rewind is available to listen to in podcast form on Anchor and Spotify and some other podcast hosting places. This is a thing that I've been wanting to do for a long time, ever since I decided finally, somewhat regrettably, I must say, that I'm going to have to take Superhero Rewind back to a full-blown podcast and lose the visual component. It's something I've never been comfortable with, but I am finally sucking it up and saying that's what it's going to be from now on. And I said for a while when I was posting it in just audio form that it was a glorified podcast, and then I tried for a while to do a new format where I was using Ken Burns effects and short video clips, and that was looking great. I was really happy with it, but I was still ending up with some copyright flags and strikes, and it was just difficult to keep the videos there and making sure that everybody would be able to watch them, and it got to where it just wasn't worth the hassle. So I'm owning this now. It's not a glorified podcast, it's a podcast, and I'm really excited about what the archive looks like. All of it in audio form, more than 150 episodes, are finally all available at one time. And it's a thing I've been working on all weekend. It's about 2:30 in the morning right now. I'm getting a little bit tired, but I wanted to hurry up and get this out right before I went to bed. I posted about this on YouTube and Facebook the other day, letting folks know that this was coming, and I put up links. The Spotify link, by the way, wasn't working. I thought I had it to where you could just type in spotify.com/superhero rewind. That was working for a while. Now it's not, so it is a more obscure link than that, but it is on Spotify, so that's exciting. That's my preferred platform. I'm just really glad I was able to get it there. But anyway, it is a thing that I mentioned and had just gotten started, but now all of it is up. And so I wanted to make a video letting you guys know about it in case you missed that memo, to let you know that all of it is finished, and also to go ahead and show it to you, which is a thing that you have to do in video form when you want to actually show someone something. And it would be great to be able to continue doing that with Rewind, but I think it's going to be great as a podcast as well. And I know a lot of you guys, that's the way that you listen to it anyway. I also want to mention real quick that this is going to be great for folks that, and I know there's quite a few of you, that only watch Geekvolution for Superhero Rewind, because it's going to all be in one place. I do rewinds on other kinds of movies as well, and those will still be available on YouTube, but those are not going to be on the Superhero Rewind podcast site or page or what have you. The Superhero Rewind podcast is strictly Superhero Rewind, just reviews and podcasts on superhero movies, and it's going to be on television, everything I do on Superhero Rewind, but it's all scripted analysis. It is all still in depth. It's the same thing it always was, it just doesn't have that video component. And so if you only like to watch Superhero Rewind and you don't want to have to wade through everything else we post with all the live shows and the Star Trek and the yada yada, you'll have it all in one place, and you'll be updated whenever a new episode comes out. And so of course it's not just the archive, but also new episodes, and I managed to get this to coincide, it's getting late, with the brand new episode that's coming out later today, and you'll have that in a few hours, and that is going to be on Big Hero 6, so look forward to that. This is what it looks like on Anchor, which is a fantastic platform for podcast hosting, for posting your podcast. It's got a pretty good player. It's a good place to listen to podcasts as well, but it will also post your podcast on a bunch of different, submit your podcast to different podcast hosting sites, including Apple and Google, etc., etc. I currently have it in these places, Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, and for whatever reason, that's not showing up right now, but it's supposedly supposed to be on Google, so hopefully that will be worked out in the next few days. Radio Public, and again, Spotify. And like I said, Spotify is my preferred platform. I've been using this for music for years. It's wonderful. I pay for it. It's absolutely worth it. Of course, you don't have to pay for Spotify in order to listen to Superhero Rewind. I pay for it for music and not having to listen to commercials. But it is really cool to have it here, and kind of surreal that finally this is possible. It used to be a lot harder to get your podcast on Spotify, and it was the first place that accepted us, so I was really glad to have it there. But this is what it looks like on Spotify. Curiously, at the moment, the most recent episode is actually not on the desktop version, or pardon me, on the web version, but it is on the desktop version. So there's, or at least it was earlier when I looked at this. Well, whatever. Anyway, it is. Let me refresh this and see if it's popped up yet. There it is. There's Thor: The Dark World. Yeah. So anyway, all of Superhero Rewind is here. If anybody happens to notice an episode that for whatever reason didn't get put up, or an episode that I maybe forgot about that has been blocked and people haven't been able to look at, let me know. I think I have all of it, including Son of the Mask. That is back up now on the podcasting places, not on YouTube, because that got copyright flagged and blocked on me a long time ago, and so you're not able to look at that with the stills, but you can listen to it in the podcast, in podcast form. So anyway, like I said, I've got a brand new one coming out later today, and I'm excited to show that to you. And I hope that everybody enjoys this. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns about it. And thanks as always for watching, guys. So yeah, this will be posting, whenever I post a rewind, it will come up simultaneously on Spotify, and again, Anchor, and other podcast places, as well as YouTube on the same day. And if you are a patron, you will continue to get early rewinds at least 48 hours, if not a little bit more. So that's all the news that's fit to print. Thanks a lot for watching, folks. Sure appreciate it. And I will see you again with lots more stuff this coming week. And see you later. Bye, folks.